Costa says he's not to blame for his exile from Chelsea that led to his departure. Does Conte have some explaining to do? This is football news. Guys, welcome to Football News. This is where we pretty much run down the latest things happening in the footballing world. This is where I pick out what are the main talking points, the main stories, and I break them down. So first of all, what do we have here? We've got Alexis Sanchez. So Sanchez has come out and he said that he has been disappointed with his move to Manchester United because obviously Chile are out there going on the international friendly. And he also made the point that he's actually never moved, he's never made a move during January. So that, that whole thing of moving clubs and everything that has affected him. And also he had some stuff happening in his personal life. So I think the key thing about this is that he's aware. He is aware that he's not played well. He is not moving over the blame. He's not living in denial. And I think once you're a top player and you're aware that you're playing badly, that can only be good for yourself moving forward and trying to be better. So I think it is good that he's aware of that. Will Sanchez improve at Manchester United? I don't know. I was very surprised by how he's not been able to fit in. But again, you look at Manchester United, Pogba has struggled. Martial, nobody wants to. I mean, he's not been supported by the manager. So again, yes, it's some to do with the player, maybe some to do with the coach, maybe some to do with the environment as well. But again, as well, the key thing is he's aware. And once you're aware, maybe you now know that you've got to now give yourself some tough love to improve. We go to Asensio. So, Asensio again, Spain, they're also going into the friendlies. So whenever people go into the friendlies, there's always this whole press conference that is happening. And with Asensio in particular, he talked about how Zidane shouldn't be blamed for him being used sparingly, because I think Zidane has been criticized, especially from Madrid fans, that he doesn't use Asensio enough. He plays that brick piece of crap, loser, good for nothing crap, idiot, Benzema, who should never touch a football team, let alone a Sunday league team. But Asensio said that he's not to blame. That the team were out of form and he had few minutes. But then I looked at that point when he said that I had few minutes. If you had more minutes, maybe you would have done better. Maybe you would have been out of form. So I didn't really understand what he meant by that statement in particular. And I think Zidane has to know that, I think moving forward, he now knows the quality he has with him, because again, Asensio may be a baby with regards to footballing age, but when it comes down to it, he is one of Real Madrid's best players. He's one of Real Madrid's best attacking players. That's just a fact. Because Cristiano's and his goal scoring, his score has been a bit uneven. Bale, the guy gets injured. So when you look at just a guy who can rely on and be consistent, you look at Asensio, because Cristiano only gives you goal scoring. Asensio is a goal scorer. He's great on the counter attack. He always goes forward. He's fearless. He can dribble. He's skillful. He's got a great long range shot. He is an amazing player to have. So yeah, I think that Zidane has learned for it, and I think especially going forward, all Real have at the Champions League, you'll definitely be seeing Asensio be featured a lot more in this Real Madrid team because he deserves it. So Xabi. So again, this is something I read here. Maybe a rumor, maybe not, but I want just to speak on it briefly. That Xabi might become Barcelona manager soon. So again, that is interesting in the sense of that is something I see happening 100%. But the thing about this is that it is the points I was making yesterday. Barcelona are changing. If Xabi was going to come in 1,000%, he will bring in that philosophy he had once Guardiola was around. And by the time Xabi decides to become manager of Barcelona, because again, Valverde, based on how well he's done this season, because he's going to win at least 2 trophies this season. Valverde, I see him being there for at least 3 years. 3 years' time, how old is Messi going to be? And I'm not sure whether Xabi can come into Barcelona and play the whole tic-tac-toe thing without Messi. Because again, for me, it's cool having a philosophy. All that matters are the results. If the philosophy aren't giving you results, then you have to change the philosophy, and which is a criticism that I have of with people like Conte Club and so forth. It's the results business. So I think it is good. Xabi House, I don't know whether it will be a success. I think it's definitely going to happen. 1000%. Barcelona will say 100%. You're Catalan. You're one of the best players that we've ever had. You're probably the best central midfielder that we've ever had. We want you in the team. You're a legend. It makes sense to you to have you in the team. Again, how it will work, it's all dependent on the players and the crop of players that he has as well. So that's, and Chelsea now. Let's look at Chelsea. So Icardi, he scored four Gs in a game. Again, Inter Milan, they've screwed up. They're not going to win the Serie A, but Icardi just reminding people that he is still one of the most underrated strikers out there. Specifically, Chelsea are now looking for Icardi and looking to get him. And my thing is this. Icardi would be a great signing would be an amazing signing for Chelsea, because again, this guy, he is a natural goal scorer. I feel that he's got a better goal scoring instinct than Morata. I think Morata maybe is better on the ball, but as far as just pure goal scoring and the ability to play as a striker and off the ball movements and anticipation, Icardi is far better at than Morata than that. Giroud isn't even in the equation. So for 100%. And remember, Icardi is scoring off scraps. Like, if you look at, I think he probably has the best goal to chance ratio in Europe, because Inter Milan don't have any creative players. So 100%, you put Icardi there and you surround him with a Hazard, with a Willian, with a Pedro, with a Fabregas. When he actually decides to play football, my gosh, Icardi will be racking up those Gs. But I think it would be far better for Chelsea if Icardi was to come in with a different manager. Because if Icardi comes in with Hazard there, Chelsea have to play sexier, cool for football. Remember, Icardi isn't a Costa, and I'll be getting to that very briefly, because Costa is going to be something very, very, very cool. So yeah, I'd only want Icardi to come in if Chelsea come with a different manager, because I think Icardi, Hazard, Willian deserve to play attractive attacking football than it happening under this dude called Conte. Speaking of Costa, so Costa's come out and he said that, because Costa again was one of those guys left out of the Spanish squad because Lopetegui said, look, you've got to be playing. Acosta has again gone back to this incident that led to Chelsea having the season that they're having, which is this rift that resulted in Conte saying that Costa wasn't needed by text. Harsh, rude. If you want to break up with someone face to face. So Conte, he said, this is what Conte said. So Costa said that everybody knows what happened, and I don't blame myself for going into exile to Brazil. Which leads me to the whole thing of like, this was such a pivotal incident that resulted in Chelsea having to get Giroud and consider get dudes like Crouch and so forth. That we need to know what the truth is. So if Costa, if I say to Conte, what happened? What happened specifically that you had to demote and ostracize a guy from the group via text? Because that's it. Because look, man, be a man. So you have to know what happened from here. You know, because again, it's like, at the moment right now, I'm on Costa's side. And people can say, because then Conte can say, well, you don't know what happened. You know, Costa could have done something so egregious as like, wow, okay, I get it. I can only go based off what I know. And what I know is you treated the guy badly for a particular incident that we do not know anything about. So it is in my right to say, wait a minute, no. Because you've not revealed what he did, and we're only going based off scraps, i.e. he wanted to go to China, and because I keep getting their names mixed up, Conte was angry that he wanted to go to China, so there was a bit of a face for a bust up on the training ground. But this is all speculation from Mags. What really happened? Let's tell us what really happened, then we can go from there. So I think, yeah, it is in bad taste that we were not really given a clear explanation. You know, give us a clear explanation. Let us write like that, and then we can then build from them. Because if you don't give us a clear explanation as to what happened, why this happened, you know, then I mean, it's going to be very difficult to side with you, Conte, and it will make more people sympathetic towards Costa. And I go to my original point. That decision led to Chelsea having such a bad season, because I promise you, City have had a historic season. They would win the season regardless. But Chelsea would give them much more of a go. They'd give them much more of a go. They wouldn't have beaten Barcelona. With Costa, without Costa, they were never beating this Barcelona team who are looking to get the treble. But in the Premier League, it would have been much more closer than what it's like 20-something points. I mean, come on. It's a 20-something, it's a 20-plus point gap between Chelsea and flipping Man City, which is embarrassing for a defending champion. Absolutely flipping embarrassing. So Conte, what up? Thank you for watching this video. Think about pledging and become a Half Football Hot patron. Pledge an amount each month and gain access to exclusive videos from your boy, the Football Hot, for more analysis. Peace.